I remember you had to actually accomplish something to get a statue in life. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to actually do something and it had to be great at something. But this representation shit is just out of control. I don't know. Honestly, I genuinely don't know, but it just doesn't make sense to me. And honest to God, when somebody, and I would love to know, and hopefully they show us during this whole segment here, when somebody said, yo, I'm about to set out to do a statue and I'm about to put it in Times Square along with the founding fathers and all of these other statues, and you go over to Wall Street and you got the bull, right? And you got the little girl and all of this stuff that's happening out in life. And then you go over to, I don't know, Los Angeles and you see Kobe Bryant and all of these different things that we see, and Jerry West and the great statues that we see. Who set out and said, yo, and why is the black woman looking like this? Why is this the representation of what black women need to be? When the woman was just talking on the camera and she said, if I was a little girl, and what I wonder what I would have thought if I would have looked, you know what I'm saying, looked at this when I was a little kid, what exactly would you would have thought? When children look at stuff and they aspire for things in life, do you think that they look at this and they say, you know what, this makes so much sense. I want to be this lady when I grow up. It looked crazy, man. It's absolutely insane. And I just don't know where the plot went. I don't know what happened in life. How do we get here, bro? Seriously, genuinely. And this don't have nothing to do with hate. This don't have nothing to do with anything. But even if you're going to create it,
They told us this was progress, maybe even art. But what happens when the so-called representation looks a whole lot like repetition, but in bronze? This 12-foot tall sculpture stands in the heart of Times Square, created by the British artist Thomas J. Price, and it's titled Grounded in the Stars, meant to honor the everyday Black woman. Price says it's about cultural diversity, an intimate connection, and representing the human condition, a challenge to how we see Black women in public space. I hear him, I really do. But while his hands shape the bronze, our history shaped the meaning. We've seen this silhouette before, not as a monument, but as a mammy, fixed in stance, solid in the spirit, grounded not in the stars, but in service. This is a truth drop, the Mammy Rebranded, now in bronze. He created her to challenge the gaze, to break assumptions about who gets seen in bronze, in public, and in power. A title meant to lift her up, root her in something cosmic, bigger than history, bigger than stereotypes. Oh, but here's where intention and impact splits paths. Because while his hands may have shaped her form, the culture shaped our memory. The hands on hips, the full-figured frame, the fixed expression, the grounded posture. Oh, this ain't new. It's just been polished, enlarged, and rebranded. See, the Mammy caricature that once lived on cookie jars and doorsteps is now standing tall on the public display. And the scary part is, it's being sold to us as empowerment. But empowerment for who? So let's be real. These wasn't just decorations. They were propaganda. A visual contract. Domestic servants that's loyal to massa, never tired, and never angry. They took the scarf, but kept the symbolism, traded the apron for leggings, swapped the head wrap for some braids, and somehow, they swear this is empowerment? Same posture, same pose, just upgraded from the kitchen ready to something more modern. See, they didn't erase the stereotype. They just gave her a new fit and hoped we wouldn't notice the blueprint underneath. Although she's not holding a tray, she's still on display, still standing in service-only mode. They say it's a tribute, but I say it's a remix. The Mammy 2.0, bronze, braided, and branded for cultural consumption. Don't let the outfit fool you. She's still frozen in place, still propped up for comfort, still molded to make folks feel good about a lie. When the pose echo a stereotype so deeply rooted in subservience, is it really a tribute, or is it a quiet reminder of what they want us to still be? Representation without reclamation is just repetition. And if we don't call it out, they'll keep polishing it with the chains and calling it culture. The Mammy didn't disappear. She's got promoted to public art. But here's the twist. A Black British sculpted her. A white woman directed and approved it. And yet the voice of the Black American woman, the one who's lived under the shadows of the silhouettes for generations, wasn't even at the center. Representation without consultation is just another form of control. Oh, they'll use our image, our frame, our history, but they dare not use our voice. So yes, she stands in TimesSquare, 12 feet tall, in bronze, and in silence. But until we reclaim the narrative, she's just a monument to what we're still not allowed to say. So even when you strip the apron and swap the scarf for braids, we still see her. Mammy. Reimagined, retooled, recast, but never released. You can bronze her, rename her, hell, even elevate her. But if she can't move, she's still a monument to stillness and not freedom. This has been another Truth Drop episode 2. Please check out the first episode, 666 Nero, the beast behind the number. It ain't what you think. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and leave a comment. And also subscribe. Thank you. I am your host, Wanda, and this has been Truth Be Told.